Fambulem una cabo una adu. This na atomic pen, they bring una warm greetings. Me na the former editor of the Concord Times newspaper. Today, I want to talk about President Julius Maada Bio in faux pas in his intervention on the alliance of Sahel states political impasse. The three countries of the Sahel states, namely Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, get military role. And President Julius Maada Bio, upon his election as the new chairman of ECOWAS, now in first proclamation, he say he want return then three countries here to ECOWAS, which is a very good initiative. And also, he want made in three countries here return to civilian rule, democratic civilian rule. Maybe this is quite overambitious because the president of Nigeria, we na the regional military and political power, economic power in West Africa, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu himself try for settle this political crisis where they face the alliance of Sahel states and not succeed, even with the military might of Nigeria. It threatened for use force by deploying ECOMOG troops led by Nigeria for intervening in Niger. This all we know say the former colonial power France been there behind this and been able to try for use Nigeria for made them go reverse the coup and reinstate the ousted president. It not work. Outside Nigeria don't try it not work. Not to Sierra Leone when a tiny nation go able get a voice. Now like what two people in the say. The train blow and not turn. Now bicycle go ring a turn. Now the present challenges with President Julius Maada Bio don't come and face. But they say the president of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada Bio, it don't start on a faux pas in the sense that this crisis very deep and difficult for handle. You know, go start by making threats. Say, then country for return to civilian rule. You dey give them something like an ultimatum. You dey issue threats. Threats not going to resolve the problem. Maybe if it been taken within the framework of the African Brotherhood, they meet them bilaterally and discuss with them SAFUL. The first step for be let them return to ECOWAS. Then, once able to achieve this, small, bail them back, let them go organize democratic elections in other countries. But you immediately then crown you want to talk with him, France 1 year, President Emmanuel Macron of France, what you 1 year, you hold me to time, you begin the threats in their ECOWAS country, and they former members. This already no go make them even receive you. I shall say if you want to go now na Burkina Faso for go meet with them, President Ibrahim Traore, you no go likely even receive him, let alone na Niger or na the Republic of Mali. So this the president of Sierra Leone, it don't start on a faux pas. The statement we don't issue, it don't already put them in difficulty for able to resolve this Sahel states crisis. Maybe a very important make we know a little bit the history, the political history of particularly Burkina Faso, where they so cherish their new leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore. It don't take them many years, decades, when they pray to God and they look for get a leader way similar to Captain Thomas Sankara. Then they will get Sankara in kind for decades. Then don't go under dictatorship. Then don't go under brutal regime led by Captain Compaore, Blaise Compaore, a holding to ransom for decades after the assassination of Captain Thomas Sankara in 1987. But let's go a little bit to the recent political history of Burkina Faso. We know Burkina Faso is a landlocked country, and the French colonial power being colonized them brutally through an attack where they launched on them in 1896 when they colonized Burkina Faso, and the French colonial administration They ruled Burkina Faso under the name Upper Volta for 64 years. That is from 1896 to 1960, where Burkina Faso gained full independence. With the first president, will be named Maurice, yes, now named Dande, and I've been President Roch Marc Christian Kabore. So he ruled the country, but instead, as soon as he came in, the situation is similar, the political context, to what we been get during the independence from Britain in 1961. Sierra Leone, we have when Sir Milton Magai died, big and small brother, Sir Albert succeeded him, a role. Sir Albert, them going to elections in 1967, the APC win. They manipulate coup, they overthrow Siaka Stevens, and so many plethora of coups occur. But it's similar. So this man, Roch Marc Christian Kabore, he ruled Burkina Faso with an iron fist. This is not the first president who was democratically elected in 1960 when they gained independence from France. Imprisoning leader, all the opposition leaders, imposed one-party rule. So the people of Burkina Faso not been happy with this. Finally, in 1966, in the president of Burkina Faso, Maurice Christian Kabore, was overthrown in a coup d'etat led by Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Sangouli Lamizana. Lamizana self-came all the promises we make and now rule the people improperly. He was ousted finally in 1980 in a coup led by Colonel Saye Zerbo. So the plethora of coups, Boku, 1982, then get another coup led by Colonel Gibel Some Yurian, then he removed Saye Zerbo. Until finally in 1983, Captain Thomas Sankara, in Sefka, he removed Dr. Jean-Baptiste Ouedraogo, and I've been a physician, I've been a civilian ruler. But he was also corrupt and not get anything, I've been just for compromise with the former colonial power, and then they enjoy. So he ruled only for about 1 year with Thomas Sankara removal. He put her in prison from 1983 to 1985. Later, again, presidential pardon. He released him from prison. But when a physician, a medical doctor, he go back to my village, he begin for work as medical doctor until he pass away peacefully. So you see, it don't take many years where the people of Burkina Faso, they look for a leader like Thomas Sankara. Finally, Thomas Sankara, he ruled from 1983 to 1987, where he was brutally and violently assassinated with all his cabinet ministers in 1987 by Captain Blaise Compaoré, in best friend, where he go within a house and Papa adopt him as his son also. When Thomas Sankara be ruled, he achieved so many things. We are not going to go into details in terms of health, for carry out, and we get a lot of polio. Then able to eradicate that within a short time of 4 years. They make roads, the people they use their hands or make them roads. He put zero to corruption. Sankara died when they assassinate him, now only $500 a day on record, 9 account. So when Blaise Compaoré hold a first cabinet meeting of a military rulers, they say, let them accuse Thomas Sankara, say, he been done thief. Now, he been corrupt. Now they all say no. Then go invade Thomas Sankara house, then go meet only na kaki military uniform, boots, then they meet. Nothing of object of value, they not meet. The old pots, the way the people them they cook and they eat, now no more than been get. So now they say no. If we say Sankara thief, the people not go believe we, the population not go believe we. So law now they finally say it not been in the good books of the former colonial power, France. So another day will say. Now, from that time day, Blaise Compaoré sit down that they hate human rights violations, corruption, dictatorship, the country not they go before. And a country vulnerable to desertification. Then they lose a lot of thousands of acres of land every year due to desertification. The desert, they advance on them. Then they also encounter famine. So poverty, unemployment being so high, just increase no more. Finally, the people in revolt, and the civilian people, now they make kind of uprising. We all know the story. I'm not going to belabor on this. Then remove Blaise Compaoré finally. Now we don't get a plethora of coups since the ousting of Blaise Compaoré. And after that, for quite a long story short, we get this Lieutenant Colonel, we be named Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Damiba intake power on January 30, 2022. They oust him September 2022. He ruled for only about 8 months. And no care, the country they face a civil war. The jihadists then they slaughter people and they massacre the civilian population at the countryside. They take presidential jet, they go Ivory Coast for go visiting girlfriend. They go lay down. Na Ivory Coast, they smoke, they drink, they enjoy two man. Na a young man, Captain Ibrahim Traore overthrow him. And since that time, from the 6th of October, 2022 to now, it don't make so many changes, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Then they see in Ibrahim Traore the same qualities and competencies of Captain Thomas Sankara. It don't bring so many changes. Even though the country they face a full civil war, it don't make some factories, it don't create employment opportunities in education, it don't make reforms in terms of health, shelter, it dey make free housing for the people of Burkina Faso, scholarships to students where they study, despite the civil war where they ravaged the country. And now we own newly elected ECOWAS chairman, where the people of Burkina Faso, they been on the cry for so many years, they want somebody with similar to Thomas Sankara. Then don't give them. God don't give them this kind of person. We say we want to let the country return to democratic rule. What is democracy? When you not get job opportunities, even like Sierra Leone, what would they talk about democracy when job opportunities not there? Graduates in the come from university now more lanky, then they can ride, then they can drive keke, Okada. Jobs are not there. We country invaded by coups. We get Sierra Leone don't turn to a conduit for cocaine smuggling, drug trafficking, the scandal they on, scandal upon scandal. Now we're not able, even the democratic credentials of we ECOWAS chairman very much contested. We all know for say the European Union issue a formal statement say the elections were fraudulent. We bring President Biya to power in 2023. They were fraudulent. They lack transparency. They not release the disaggregated era reforms. So till today, the results are contested. Now this president here get the guts. They talk say Burkina Faso for return to democratic rule and Ibrahim Traore for resign. Now Sierra Leone don't become an international ridicule. And they laugh we and they provoke we on social media, mainstream media, the repercussions and so negative. And I don't see any possibility for them go return to democratic rule soon. The people, the coup is popular, still popular, and Ibrahim Traore is the most popular leader now in Africa. They combat colonialism, they combat new colonialism and imperialism, and they make changes which affect the lives of people now directly. So for we hold the position of ECOWAS under we President Julius Maada Bio for Komon-Tok say and the people of Burkina Faso for return to democratic rule and the president for resign, if not. So this not the work. This not the work. Maybe in a gradual process we need for we bell and people here, the president for start on a diplomatic channel for bail them for now for return to ECOWAS, and then at the own pace and time that the people of the Burkina Faso go determine when they want for return to civilian rule. Even ECOWAS not get the power there. ECOWAS not get the power for tell them, let them, for determine the type of governance way for exist in the three Sahel, Alliance of Sahel States. This is not a faux pas, honestly and sincerely speaking. Captain Ibrahim Traore, they do very well for people. Then they sleep na road, na the highway, na the boulevard, na the Independence Square, for protect the president against any foreign intruders. This is not the level of popularity where Ibrahim Traore they enjoy. So me, they suggest to President Julius Maada Bio, make it start this on a diplomatic channel. Even the media waiting for the interview, I know for don't grant this kind of interview and what he talk negative, say then ultimatum, then the way they give. The best approach for them say, now my African brothers, they go talk to them bilaterally. The outcome of our discussions will go make them known later to the public. But at the moment, and not to the time this, not to the propitious time this, for begin making public statement. Now when you don't make your public statement, you don't make your position clear, say you want let them return to democratic rule, let them return to ECOWAS, let them return to civilian rule. You don't already block your way for let you go talk to them because they already know what you want to go talk to them. So I'm not sure if Nadando go use as some criteria for evaluate President Maada Bio in terms of office as ECOWAS chairman. Say for returning country to civilian rule and forget democratic. What is democracy? If they say it is the democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now Burkina Faso fulfill this criteria. The government is 99.9% popular. They are happy with the civilian administration more than any other government we don't get. Ibrahim Traore as head of state, and not buy new clothes even for himself. He go pray, they pray they. Now ordinary rappel we get, we they as captain of the army, now this he get, and not build house, and not buy new car, and not get gown, and not get coat them. Now military khaki uniform up or uniform now we get and boot them. This is a revolutionary leader, not to pursue mille wealth, not to pursue mille fame, and not travel go other countries then, and travel very limited. Now Russia don't go to them, and all this now the expenses of the government of Russia. President, the president of Russia, they sent for one of him presidential jet for go take him go. Pass now the other country that we don't visit, within the Sahel states. Ego Niger, ego also Mali. Then ego for the inaugural ceremony of President Mahamat of Ghana. Usa else don't go. No go na Europe, no go na Asia, no go USA. They invite a USA no go. This na somebody will mean so much for the people of Burkina Faso, and not only Burkina Faso, but for the whole of Africa. So the threats in way President Bio use, he don't put himself on the faux pas. And they no go listen them, and they no go respect them. And then they see him as a stooge of the former colonial power, France. And we know say President Macron don't hold a meeting with President Bio. And waiting President Macron one for year, now President Bio they talk. This is very sad and unfortunate. So the people of Burkina Faso no go listen. And this we the force na Sierra Leone. Nine then they provoke we now the Burkina base. Then say, look Sierra Leone, una de pan cocaine smuggling, yenga de under Guinea occupation, una so poor, food no dey. Even for pay the army correct salaries, they get the lowest. You get waiting the work na Sierra Leone. Nothing, electricity, a nominal. A water supply, the people not get access to safe drinking water. Medical facilities very poor, even though we not the richest in terms of mineral resources. We not get what we they show for we wealth. We not get good governance. Security very poor. Even people we don't die, and then are grave, then they go dig the grave for the small iron rod where they put. Extreme poverty, then they dig and pull the make. Even some instances, then the popular way die when well-to-do people, when they get nice suits, when they bury them. We don't see all this. And they pull the grave, the body, the coffin, then they pull them, then they wash the suit, then go sell them. You don't see problem? This is not the situation where we face now Sierra Leone. Then we feel say we not vanguards of democracy, we not preachers of democracy and human rights. We're not able to put your house in order. So at the big, we president, make it take this matter very carefully. It don't take. I dey remember, as I be dey say, Captain Ibrahim Traore no even get new clothes we don't buy. When Thomas Sankara go to France, it take power in 1983. 1984, he go to France on an official enforced visit. One French journalist asked him, et c'est, Monsieur le Président, pourquoi êtes-vous toujours en tenue militaire? Why make you always dey in military uniform? Thomas Sankara answered him, je ne suis pas venu faire des défilés de mode. Ça, c'est ma tenue de travail. Et c'est I no can do military, I no can do fashion show. This na my work attire. So, it not been depend beaucoup dress bluff. Na the same attitude, na the same culture, na the same fashion na in Captain Ibrahim Traore. And not materialistic. It dedicate in time, in energy, in resources for maximize the welfare of the people of Burkina Faso. We now in Sierra Leone, people in the die of all the cocaine, kush. Who cares? Who cares about this? Whether people in they go to bed hungry, who cares about this? We will not solve our own problem. We want for go intervene upon other people and problems. Now we're facing a big success because this ECOWAS and chairmanship and all the for head the judiciary and anything, a rotation and a calendar. Now we on turn. Not because we president do anything particular or he excel in leadership. He no excel for anything. He's ECOWAS chairman because a rotational and at the turn of Sierra Leone for header. So the judiciary, the military, all the components and at the turn of Sierra Leone. But Lord, we see how we will resolve this crisis. I tell you, thank you. Me, not to make pen, I talk to you this evening. Assalamu alaikum.